So
Yeah.
talking of prison and that, so you've done a bit of bird. You're getting involved in a few things. How many times you've been away altogether? Is it 2 or 3?
2 or 3 times I've been away now.
Yeah.
So
So talk.
my first time I went away was 2005. I went away for doing a cash in transit robbery. You know when they're filling up cash machines and taking the cassettes in and out
Yeah.
to refill. It's a bit of a rubbish one though, to be honest, Rich.
Go on, talk
So,
me through it.
oh mate, so it was a hot day. It was a hot summer's day in Streatham High Street. We've been driving around all day looking for a cash and transit van to rob.
You say we. Can you get? Obviously, can't say who the other person is,
Oh
but
yeah, Ian Jenkins. We both
yeah.
got nicked. Shout out Ian.
Welcome to the show, Ian
Yes,
Jenkins.
Ian. Oh, I love Ian. Ian's so funny, man. So me and Ian's turned up at this place, and we're watching them do the cash deliveries in and out the train station.
Yeah.
So I think it is like on the third one we was going to go. So he's on the third run. He's got out to go on the train station. We've run up behind him, gave him like a body shot, and took the cassette. But as we've grabbed the cassette, Rich,
Yeah.
there's old Bill already in the train station.
No.
Armed police already in the train station. We looked up. I was like, "Oh my god!" We started running.
Yeah.
And we actually started getting away from them. We frisbeed the box back at them at their feet to try and knock them over and that because they're quite heavy.
Yeah.
But Rich, as we've got back to the motor, the getaway car,
yeah,
the driver wasn't in the car.
Oh shit! Where's he gone?
He was on the other side of the road having a piss. There was no keys. There was no keys either, so we couldn't get in ourselves and drive off.
Yeah.
So we carried on running at the back of this high street. Now we've actually got away. But when we've come into the middle of the road, because we can see the driver from afar now, we're telling him to come.
Yeah.
But where we're telling him to come, the police are behind him also.
So they can see you as well.
So the police could see me and my pal Ian doing this. But as we're doing this, a riot van's pulled up behind us.
Oh no!
I've looked at my pal Ian. I said, "We're going guilty. Just go guilty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about talking to the police station. Just go guilty to it, whatever."
Hands up straight away.
When we're getting interviewed, you know when I said we was doing this.
Yeah.
In the interview, the police said we was doing a money sign to them.
Oh really?
Like to take the piss out of them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, we was telling the driver to come.
Yeah.
Rich, we're in handcuffs, just about to get in the back of this riot van. Our driver decides to drive past us.
Did he get pulled?
No, he went
didn't.
home,
He
Rich.
got away.
He got away. He got away.
No way. So, would you? So let's pull this apart a little bit. So, how much planning went into that job?
None.
Was it like a sort of random, like fucking impulse?
Spur of the moment thing. We had a stolen car with plated up or whatever.
Yeah.
We had balaclavas on in the summer.
Gloves, big jacket,
gloves
hoodie.
up in the summer.
Yeah.
And it just looked so unplanned. And that when it got to call, there's like, "Where was your car?"
Where is it?
So,
did you like? One? Did you know how much money might have been in the cassettes? Did you have an idea?
I do, yeah.
Could have been a bit.
Not a lot, Rich. It was £340 in pound coins. We got the wrong cassette.
Oh my god, mate, that's brilliant. That's got to go down as well. At least it's a steep learning curve, isn't it? Oh. So, would you put that? So it going wrong? Would you put that down to poor planning, poor choice of driver, or everything? What would you put it down to?
Poor planning, poor driver. It's the spur of the moment. We was bored. And the thing is, Rich, I was probably doing all right because I was selling weed at the time as well. But I was getting really bored just selling weed. And I kind of started wanting to follow in my dad's footsteps in doing armed robberies, which excited me because he just got a 10.5-year sentence 3 months before I got nicked for that one.
Right. So what age did you know your dad was doing what he was doing? Like probably as in armed robbery?
I probably knew he was up to something about 10 years old, but
when you could understand what
I could understand certain things, and then when I got to like 13, 14, I'm like, yeah, he's an armed robber. Because all the older kids on my state know my dad, and they used to look up to my dad and say certain things, and I'd click onto it.
Yeah. So stuff that as you get older, you begin to think, oh, hang on a minute, all right, okay, now it starts to make sense.
Did
it make you want to aspire to be like your dad then?
Yeah, so in a way, I did want to be like my dad, and the respect what my dad used to get shown around the estate and from his friends, I wanted
Yeah,
that also.
yeah,
But I didn't realize I could have got that respect in a different way. I didn't have to go and start doing robberies and that, you know.
yeah. It's the person, isn't it? Not what the person does. I mean, other
Yeah,
things. But so let's talk about. So you did the prison when you did. How long did you do for that botched up robbery
They
then?
gave me 3 years.
Oh shit!
3 years to 18 months.
How old were you then?
17 going on
Oh,
18.
why? Oh, why? So it'd have been a hard 3 years then.
I went to Feltham.
How was that?
I went to. Do you know what? I actually enjoyed it because as soon
Yeah,
as I got on the induction wing, Rich, it was like
yeah,
a massive youth club. All my friends were on the wing. They're like, "Lou, what's
yeah,
happening, Ian?"
yeah,
They're all excited to see us.
yeah. So
But
it
it's not.
wasn't that. It wasn't
The rough.
scrapping all the time then.
I had one scrap, and that was in. I got moved from Feltham to a YO called Portland. I think it's a mixed
Oh, my
adult
way.
jail now. But I went
Yeah,
to Portland, and that was pretty rough. People was being stabbed in
yeah.
the showers and that nearly every other
Really?
day. I got stabbed on free flow.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. I had a fight with a fella on free flow, and
Yeah.
he managed to stab me with a
Where'd he
pen.
get you?
And he got me in my back with a pen.
Oh, what sharpened up pen or just a?
I don't know. I think it's like a biro because it's just like an imprint. It had blood
Yeah.
coming out, but you can see that it's just like an imprint, a little dot, and then just a little bit of blood coming out.
I've always had this thought about get stabbed with a biro that if you stab someone with the tip still in it, the tip will stay in there and you get the ink thing come
The
out and
ink
it's
poisoning.
like a sort of tag, like a sort of you
Yeah,
get been tagged like
yeah.
a But yeah, so you've been stabbed. So the first jail was about 3 years, 18 months, and then you come out. How did life go after that? Did you sort of want to get more involved in it then?
So I've come out, and it's like when you come out of prison at a young age, Rich, all the boys be like, "Oh, lose home," all excited. Like I don't know why everyone gets excited for like. I don't know why, but I come home and I didn't have no money, Rich. Obviously, my mum was spending my money while I was in prison, and I left my car with my mum as well at the time, and I was paying bits and pieces off. So I've got back into selling weed, Rich.
Yeah,
So I think I lasted, it's about 6 weeks, or I say 2 to 3 months. I lasted. I was selling weed, doing all right again, grafting. I didn't realize the police put a obo on me.
oh really?
So when my house, Rich, had a door and then a gate. So when I could do deals, I can just open my door and put my hand through the gate, so no one could run in my house and try and rob me.
Yeah.
But they was videoing me, and they got me. They had me
Handling
passing
it.
cannabis through my gate of my house.
Yeah. So what sort of
So
size deals were you doing? Was it like
I
eights,
was
Emrys,
ounces,
Qs, ounces?
ounces, tens, eighths.
Yeah.
So
So you're getting
the
what, a
person
nine? Get a nine half a key in at a time, and then
I get a fair amount in
enough.
at a time.
Yeah,
But the fella who I passed the gear to, Rich,
yeah,
he got the police got him round the side of my house, but I couldn't see what was going on.
yeah,
And I've got a phone call saying Lewis, your pal's getting strip searched in the back of a van at the side of the
yeah.
house. But I didn't know none of that was going on. So as soon as I
Right.
got the call, I packed up my duffel bags and I've managed to escape out the back of my house.
Yeah,
And then I've got nicked a week later. They asked me to come and hand myself in, which call I'm gonna go and hand myself in. I'm not really gonna get charged. They found nothing in my house.
yeah.
But the fellow who got nicked, who I passed the drug to, had 2 ounces and a Q on him. So he got a £70 fine for possession, and I got 10 months in prison for supplying
Intent.
cannabis.
Through Adversity is sponsored by MVS Autos, keeping you on the road. MVS Autos offer a range of vehicle services including MOT, servicing, repairs, welding, diagnostics, aircon, and much more. Based in Wormley, serving all of Bristol and surrounding areas. For 10% discount, quote TAP MVS when booking.